It was a knock at the door that would change a family forever. Adam Chadwick, a carpet fitter and keen footballer from Seacroft, was visiting his sister's home in Harehills on the evening of June the 24th, 2008. An unknown woman came to the door asking for Michelle, and she returned to the house in Clifton Mount behind me at 10:40 p.m. that night. No longer alone, she was in the company of 3 men whose identities are still not known. One of them was armed with a handgun, and 20-year-old Adam was shot. After 2 days on a life support machine, the injury would ultimately claim his life. Despite extensive police investigations and heartfelt appeals from the family every year since, nobody has ever been charged with his murder.
What was Adam like as a person? How would you describe him?
Always smiling. Always smiling, always happy, just relaxing, just chill. Just calm down, Dad. But he always he didn't take life seriously, just enjoyed it.
He was just a happy person, full of life. Just loved going out shopping and being with his friends. Mainly when Ruby came along, he loved spending time with her, and she was his main priority, you know what I mean? Just loved him so much and miss him so much now still.
And how did having Ruby change him as a person?
When he told us Ruby's mum were pregnant, I mean, they were both only 17 at the time, and it come as a big shock. But it made him grow up and take responsibility, didn't it? And he was so proud to be a dad. Oh, he just doted on her, and she were everything to him.
That day when you found out what happened to Adam, can you describe that day and how you found out and how it felt?
That night I went to his sister's, our Gemma, his daughter. We were in bed and we got a phone call. Says Adam, our Gemma saying Adam's been shot. And
it just seemed...
Well, I jumped out of bed to quick.
Yeah.
And we just, you held his hand, didn't you?
Yeah, I held his hand.
Conscious.
I was just talking to him like Mum would, and just said to be strong and everything's going to be all right. And then I think I just nearly passed out. All you want is for them to get Adam in ambulance and sort him out. Everything else round you don't exist. You just focused on him, and you don't see what's going off and what police are doing and people around you. You just focused on Adam and getting him the help he needs and getting him to hospital, you know.
Detectives believe Adam was the victim of a case of mistaken identity. It was a mistake that robbed his then 3-year-old daughter, Ruby, of her dad just a few days after her own birthday.
There's still been no breakthrough in the case, and what impact has that had on you as a family over the years?
It's hard. It's hard because we want justice, so we can put him to rest in his own minds. And you hear things like, I mean, it's not, you don't want people to die, but you hear other news stories, other things that's happened, and so many people have been arrested. Then a few days later, they've been charged. We've never had anyone being charged. We've had loads of arrests, but no one being charged. And I think if we could catch somebody, get down to court and make them see justice for what they did, then we could probably put a little bit behind us and just celebrate him for what he was.
What impact has Adam's death had on Ruby, having to grow up without her dad?
She was only 3 when her daddy died, so she don't really remember a lot. She keeps having certain things now where she remembers daddy taking her to feed ducks, because apparently she must have gone somewhere other day, and she said, "Oh, I can remember when my dad took me to feed ducks and it bit me." So just little things like that she remembers. We've all sort of wrapped her up and in cotton wool, haven't we? And she's been ruined, really. But she's turned out to be a beautiful young lady, and we're so proud of her. And now she She does talk about her dad, and we're honest with her, and we tell her everything she wants to know. And she goes up to the cemetery and puts flowers on his birthday and Christmas and stuff. And deep down, I think she really does miss him, but she just can't open up, can she? I think she's holding a lot of it back. She's missed out on not having that father figure, and she's a lot like him, isn't she? In a lot of ways.
She is. Actually.
Yeah, she is.
Now she's getting to that age.
Yeah, she is a lot like him. Yeah, she has his ways and likes best of everything, doesn't she? And nice clothes and her hair doing all the time, and yeah, just totally like him, right laid back, and yeah. We just now just focus on him himself as a person, and just remember him for who he was, and enjoy what he did, and that's what we try and do.
West Yorkshire Police are continuing their investigation into Adam Chadwick's death. An e-fit image of the woman who knocked at the door and CCTV images of a car used by the murderers have been the focus of previous appeals by the police. The woman is described as white, in her late 20s and 5 foot 5 inches tall, with dark brown hair and olive skin. Another potential lead is the blue Ford Focus C-Max, believed to have been used by the woman and 3 men. CCTV footage shows it being stolen from Oatland Heights in Little London, almost a fortnight before the shooting.
We had a day where my friend had organised one of them, like, boards, like advertising board that ride round. We would give a lot of leaflets out. We got the lorry to stop at certain places where the car that was involved in the incident had been seen or nearby the incident. And we put us out and soul into it, and I think we didn't get all. I know for me personally, we did get some feedback,
but no came of it, did it?
No came from it, and I think that just
totally
it didn't knock me for 6, but it just knocked me on that way. Just made me, well, what can we do? How can we get justice? And
I mean, they weren't just us; there were family there, weren't there? Ruby, we were giving leaflets out around the area where it happened, and people were still aware. It's really down to the people responsible who took Adam's life. Probably now time for them to search their conscience and give us the justice what we need for our son.
Detective Superintendent Mark Bowes, who leads West Yorkshire Police's major investigation review team, has issued a new plea for anyone with information to come forward. He said Adam Chadwick was a completely innocent victim and described the murder as an utterly senseless act with no established motive. He added that those who were involved that night will not have forgotten about what happened, and said it was never too late for anyone to come forward to the police. Detective Superintendent Bowes said that West Yorkshire Police remain committed to doing everything they can to find answers for Adam's family. Anyone with information is urged to contact West Yorkshire Police or Crime Stoppers, quoting Operation Pimento.
What would it mean to you to finally get some answers on the case and be able to have that closure?
I think it'd be one thing, it'd be justice for Adam. You know what I mean? I know, you know what I say, and it's that's what we want really. Like, stop and move on. Can move on from like chasing the people who killed him to just remembering him as a son, and that's the biggest thing. And and I think that will help. And I think I'm probably a bit more happier going back to Leeds as well.
Yeah, we still go to Leeds because we've got family there, but we do get worked up when we do go. It's just constantly. It's like you know something happened there which shouldn't have happened, and you can't get away from that. It's just horrible, you know.
It's buried in Leeds, isn't it?
Yeah, and his grave's there, so you know, but his grave were there because everyone who knows him lives there, don't they?
Yeah.
All his friends, and Ruby's there and family's there. So it's still the right place to be in Leeds, you know what I mean? So it's just that we've moved now. It were hard to be in the same area where it happened, and it really drained us.
Yeah.
I think now Ruby, because Ruby's 18 this year, I think the closure for her will be able to let her move on with her life as well, you know, because she knows every year when it's her dad's anniversary, she knows the pain it fetches. I just want her to have a happy, normal life without all this hanging over. You know, we'll never be able to fetch Adam back, but if we could just get that justice for him and be able to close that book and just focus on him as a person that he was, loving and caring and thoughtful.
Jackie and Martin's fight for justice has taken a greater toll with every day that passes. They told us it had been 15 years of hell. On the 10th anniversary of the murder in 2018, the family and police organised one of their biggest efforts to date to encourage people to come forward with the identity of the killers. Martin, Jackie and Ruby spent the day in Harehills handing out flyers as a van with a huge digital display drove around the surrounding streets. It was a bid to jog someone's memory or prick someone's conscience. While some calls came in, there was nothing substantial enough to generate the breakthrough in the case. Adam's family still desperately need answers to get the closure they've been longing for almost 15 years.